Hi everyone, Ironclad Cobra here and welcome to another quick unboxing first impressions video. The RP5 is here. I think I was expected to get this on Monday, but luckily I got my Retroid Pocket 5 review unit today. So I'm just doing a quick unboxing first impressions video. First of all, huge thanks for Retroid for sending the review unit. Before I get started, there are two quick notes I would like to share with you. First, this is not a sponsored video, which means all the opinions and views are of my own. Second, this is not the final retail unit. I think this is the dev or the review unit, which means it has some bugs and software issues, which was announced on the Retroid Discord. I'll just put the link in the video description. Feel free to join their Discord, and I really appreciate Retroid's transparency, good communication with customers, and informing them that the final retail units will not be shipped until it's finally perfect. Huge shout out to Retroid. Okay, so let's get started. Now, since this is a review unit, it was sent as a random color, so let's see what the color is, or the color I got. Yay, the black. As you know, my RP Mini or Retroid Mini review unit was also black, and now the RP5 that I received is also black, so I'm quite happy. Now they are having the matching colors, so it will be, you know, big brother and small brother. So, you know, just the normal Retroid packaging, the RP5, and I think this console is hugely anticipated. You know, people are waiting for it, and finally it's here. So let's just go and unbox it together. There you go. Okay, so the padding, the unit itself. Let's see what are we getting with the box as well. The user manual from Retroid. Probably, you know, some hotkeys or information, as you see. Okay, just quick rundown of the specs. The chipset is the Snapdragon 865, which is powerful enough to play most of PS2, GameCube, and Nintendo Wii games. The GPU, Adreno 650, as you see, 8 gigs of RAM. This is a bit bigger than the RP Mini, which is 6 gigs of RAM. 128 gigs of storage. I'll include all the specs in the video description as well. Beautiful 5.5 inch 1080p AMOLED screen with 500 nits. Wi-Fi 6, the connectivity, Bluetooth 5.0. It's running Android 13 out of the box, and it has 5000 milliamp battery, and of course it's about 280 grams. Now, one of the cool things about the latest Retroid Mini and the Retroid Pocket 5 is that they are both supporting Linux. So that means you can have Android on the device, and then you can boot up into Linux from a micro SD card, which is a dual boot up feature. This is absolutely amazing for Linux enthusiasts like me as well. So I'm quite excited to run Linux on my RP5 and RP Mini 2, and I think the Linux custom firmware that's available will be Batocera and Rocknix, and I used both of these software, and they are very good Linux software. So maybe if I'm running Batocera on the RP5, I'll run Rocknix on the RP Mini. So let's have a look on the unit itself. Wow, look at this. Super beautiful, super sleek. It still has the glass panel on the front, which gives it a very premium look, as you see. It might collect some fingerprint, you know, in case you have sweaty or greasy fingers. I personally don't have that, so I have no problem with fingerprints. I'll do some size comparison as well, just to put you in perspective. So let's see, this is the RP5 5.5 inch screen, and this is my switch light. Okay, now the switch light seems a bit bigger, although the switch light also has 5.5 inch screen. But you know, the size of the Retroid Pocket 5 is amazing. It's absolutely portable. It's not as pocketable as the Retroid Pocket Mini. I think that one is the most powerful pocketable device on market yet. And if you want, I can put it also vertically so you can have a look. Yeah. Okay. Next, I can compare it to the Retroid Pocket 4 Pro that I have. Now this one has the Dimensity 1100, which is technically, or on paper at least, almost the same specs as the Snapdragon 865. There you go. If you want to have it horizontally as well. There you go. Okay. So just to put in perspective. And then last, let's just share it with the Odin 2. The Iron Odin 2. The Iron Odin 2 is actually 6-inch display. Man, it looks quite smaller compared to the Odin 2, as you see here. Okay, the Odin 2 looks quite huge next to the Retroid Pocket 5, which is only half an inch bigger screen. Okay, so now that you have seen the comparisons, let me just put it also next to the Retroid Pocket Mini that I got as a review unit as well, just to show it to you in perspective. There you go. As I mentioned, the difference in price is only $20 with the Retroid Pocket 5, and I personally believe it's a better value with the 5.5 inch screen, 2 gigs of bigger RAM, and I think if your objective or preference is pocketable device, the RP Mini is way to go. But if you like a bigger display, I believe the Retroid Pocket 5 would be absolutely amazing. So now let's have a look again. The buttons, the face buttons, are a bit less noisy than the RP Mini, because the RP Mini buttons were a bit loud, which I don't mind. The analog sticks are the same, good quality analog sticks. The 2 front firing speakers. The D-pad is the same as the RP Mini. Okay. On top we have the on and off button here, the volume rocker, and nothing else here. At the bottom, what do we have here? We have the USB-C charging port and the TF card slot plus 3.5mm audio jack. Wow, beautiful, beautiful piece of technology. Now look, let's look at the back. Wow, look at this beautiful back. It reminds me of the Odin 2, you know, especially with the vent or the active cooling. Let me just show it to you. This is the RP Mini backplate, and this is the Odin 2 backplate. You know, quite similar, as you see. And I think Ein and Retroid are sister companies. They are part of the main group, which is the Chip Technologies. So there are lots of shared hardware, as you see here. So the Retroid Pocket 5 for me looks like a budget Odin 2. You know, very, very beautiful. And if you see at the back here, this is something we didn't have on the Retroid Pocket Mini. Those, you know, grips or ridge, as you see here. This is the RP Mini, which doesn't have that. This is quite smooth, whereas the one on the RP5 has a bit grip to it, which is very, very good for, you know, friction. So active cooling, the exhaust vent as well. Even the shoulder buttons and triggers, they also have that kind of soft ridge or friction, which is something we didn't have on the Mini, I guess. Let me just double check again, just to avoid giving you, wrong info. Yeah, that's right. This is the RP Mini. It's quite flat, as you see, whereas here we have a bit friction and ridge to it. Okay, very, very good. Apart from that, beautiful piece of technology, and I think Retroid has done a great job with the Retroid Pocket Mini and the Retroid Pocket 5. As I mentioned, I'm looking forward to install Linux on it. I'll probably share a Linux showcase video with the RP5, and I'll absolutely share some gameplay videos too in the next couple of days. But today it just will be only a quick unboxing and first impressions video, and my first impressions is that this is very, very beautiful piece of technology. Thanks again for Retroid, for sending the review unit. And I think for the price of $220 US, this is a great price to performance ratio. Good controllers, good build quality, absolutely portable, and I think, as I mentioned, the chipset, the Snapdragon 865, will be absolutely great for playing most of the PS2, Wii and GameCube titles. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed the video for today. As you see, thanks for tuning in. Feel free to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and always remember, we don't stop gaming because we grow old. We grow old because we stop gaming.